Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Alright, so today I have Trayvax's first venture into making knives, and of course that is the Trayvax Trek field knife. Yeah, let's check it out. So you guys might be familiar with Trayvax making wallets. That's how I knew them too. But they also make belts and they make a couple other products that you guys might be interested in. But when I saw they were making their very first knife, I jumped at the opportunity. So they were offering this on Kickstarter first. So when it went live, I was one of the first 50 people to get in there and got in on the early bird special. So I was there counting down the minutes just so I can be one of the first to get in on the early bird for this bad boy. So let's take it out of the sheath and let's talk about this for a minute. So as you guys can see, it is a single piece of S35 VN steel. And yes, I went with the S35 VN. It is the more premium of the two steels. The other steel was 440C. So the overall length of this fixed blade is 7.9 inches. And the blade itself is 3.5 inches. All right, guys, so if I can get close enough so you guys can see the finish on this knife. This is a satin bead blast finish, and you can see just how beautiful that finish really is on the end product. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. And since this is Trayvax's first knife, they didn't want to go too crazy with the design here. And you can see it has that very minimalist look that Trayvax is known for. It just looks like a Trayvax product. And one thing I wasn't really sure if I was going to like or not was the skeletonized handle here. Having this for about a month and a half now, yeah, no, I'm sorry, I'm just getting around to doing this review now, but that means I've had some time to mess around with this thing. I actually think I like the skeletonized handle. I was gonna put a paracord wrap around it, but I think I just might keep the bare skeletonized handle the way it is because it feels so nice in your hands. And then it comes with the sheath here, and of course this is made from very high quality leather. And Trayvax is a leather company, so you know that this is going to be a very high quality sheath, and I wasn't expecting anything different. So it's made of vegetable tanned Horween leather, and then you have this really heavy duty hand stitching that goes around the whole sheath, and it goes through this Kydex welt right there in the center. And then they finish it off with these brass rivets. You can see them on the bottom here, right there on the very top, and then you can see the brass button there with the Trayvax logo. And then if you open it up, you can actually have it very tight or looser. Since I like to carry it scout, I have it pretty tight, so I have it on this second button right here. So on the original Kickstarter campaign, they're offering this sheath with a couple different carry options. You can get it with a left vertical carry, a right vertical carry, or the combo sheath, and that's the one I have here. So you can put your belt through this way, or you can put your belt through this way and carry it vertical. Then after that, they offer two different combo versions. So I got the combo sheath where I can actually carry this right cross draw, lefty scout, inverted righty scout, or righty vertical. Because mainly if I'm gonna use this as an EDC knife, I want it tucked under my shirt in the front. And I don't want it vertical, I kinda want it in a scout mode where I can easily just lift up my shirt and take it out. And let's talk about this blade for a second. It is an absolutely unique looking blade. It's borderline Tonto blade because you have this 40-degree angled tip right here. And you can see if it wasn't so curved right here, it would look just like a Tonto blade. You can see right there it has that condensed belly, and then you have that swept main edge right here, and it is absolutely beautiful when you see it in person. So I've been using this to cut rope, I've been using this to cut paper, cardboard. I have a lot of cardboard. I constantly get packages in here to review. Instead of using my normal box cutter, I've been using this, and it actually works really nice. So having went with that S35 VN steel, of course it's a more premium steel. It will hold that edge longer, and my experience with S35 VN is it's not really too hard to put that edge back on there. And then take a look at the spine here. So they put the jimping in a perfect place. So you have your index finger notch here, and then your thumb rests perfectly on there, and it's not aggressive jimping at all. All right, so let's talk about this finger notch here. Trayvax says they put the balance of this blade directly on that notch. So if I take my pen and rest it right on that notch, there you go. So they're spot on with the balance of this knife. And what does that mean? You got your finger here right in that notch, and you put your thumb right there on the jimping, and it just seems weightless because the balance of this knife is dead center. When I'm chopping up some cardboard, when I'm cutting rope, this thing just feels so natural in the hand, and that's why I kind of opted against doing the paracord wrap, because it just feels so good holding this thing. So what do I like about this knife so far? Yes, I've had it for about a month and a half. I've been using it at work, and the first day I carried it, I actually lost it, and that was the day I almost had a heart attack. But luckily I found it, but then I started carrying it more around the house and just around doing everyday stuff. I'll tell you what, this is an absolutely perfect EDC fixed blade option for me. Because it is so nicely balanced and it's a single piece of S35VN steel, it just feels so nice to use. And also I love the combo sheet that it came with. It is such a nice piece of leather, but I would expect nothing less from Trayvax. All right, let's talk about things that I don't like about it. There's not many. There's a couple little gripes that I have. Even though it looks really cool, this machining right here on the blade, I don't know what they call it, but you can see right there those little notches in the blade. Sometimes when I'm cutting rope or cutting cardboard, it tends to get stuck in those little grooves here. And yeah, that's a minor gripe, but I just feel like I'm constantly cleaning off the blade when I use it. So I'm just constantly going like this, taking off the little fibers or pieces of wood or pieces of rope. But it's not a huge deal, definitely not a deal breaker. And one other thing I don't like about it is just the design of this sheath right here with this strap. So as you can see right there, because I am carrying it like this Scout, it closes, and then when you open it, it just rubs against the blade over and over and over again. And I have a feeling that this is gonna tear completely off. Not anytime soon, but it probably will happen. So what's the solution to that? Whenever I take it out of the sheath, I have to hold it up. But sometimes I'm in a hurry and just don't remember. I just, flick it open, take the knife out. But other than that, I'm extremely happy with my purchase here. Yes, I only paid $120 for this knife because I was one of the early birds. And I read somewhere that when this does become available, because it's not available on their site just yet, that it will be around $240 for this knife. Another thing is I'm a big fan of Trayvax as a company. They locally source all of their materials and everything is made right here in the USA. So all the leather, all the steel is sourced right here in the USA and made right here. So this is a company I definitely like to support. And on top of that, all their products are just quality. I mean, this is no different. For their very first knife, I'm excited to see what they have coming up. Hopefully they come out with a folding knife, Trayvax. But seriously, I kind of think that's the way they're going. And if this is any indication of the quality of knives that they're going to be putting out, I can't wait to see what's next. And on top of everything else, Trayvax has that awesome 65-year heirloom warranty. So I'm pretty confident that if anything does happen to this blade, that's not really my fault specifically, or this sheath, that they will cover it under warranty. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you guys think of Trayvax's Trek field knife? For their first knife, I think this is a home run for Trayvax. They give you different sheath options, they give you different steel options, the S35VN and the 440C, and it's just a nice high quality piece of steel and leather that you're getting here for the money. So if you guys are a fan of Trayvax and you've been looking for a minimalist fixed blade, I think you guys might want to take a look at this knife. It might be right up your alley. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up, please subscribe, and go!